How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing okay. At least I hope so. I hope everybody can hear me. Just a little bit of music. There we go. Okay. Before I get too settled in here, I'm going to check and make sure that everything is good. I'm going to make sure audio-wise everything sounds good. I'm also going to do that probably when I get in the game, but redundancy isn't bad. Usually when you come back after a while, skip a week or something. I don't usually like to skip a week, but it was absolutely necessary. And so what I want to do is make sure that my stuff is sounding okay. So if you'll pardon me for just a second. Okay, it sounds all right from this side. I'm going to go ahead and fade the music out. Nice. Then I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to the game. We're going to see if we can hear it okay. I can't hear it just a little bit. A little loud, so I'll turn it down. Let me do a thing real quick. I want to balance this out a little bit better. Okay, let's see if that helps at all. Okay, that seems to be a lot better. Good, okay. What I did was I changed my ducking to go down 9 decibels per every 1 decibel up I was versus 6. There we go. And yeah, seems to be doing okay. Let me, just because I have this screen layout, let me do one more thing. Just because I can in this layout. You get to see the beautiful intro of this game again. And see what I can find that looks nice and I may not have. Just because I've seen other people do this, it's something that I'm not usually doing. Please forgive me if I don't grab the music. I'm doing this. This is the real-time editor thing. think it'll let me. I don't know if retro room. Things a little different. It may not. It may not. And if it doesn't, I won't. Big deal of it. Hoping that I can see, so that's okay. That'll do just. This will do. Smidge off. Be fairly spaced. There we go. I'll move this over here. You guys have seen a transformation. Go ahead and push a button so I can hear things, hopefully. There we go. So I'm going to give you guys a heads up. A couple of things as a heads up. Let me turn this down. There we go. A couple of things as a heads up as far as things go. Sadly, Anna isn't joining me for this stream either. Everything is okay in terms of, like, obviously we're okay. We don't have any issues in the regard of, like, our marriage or anything. Like, there's no problem there. She's just not been feeling well, completely seriously. Just not been feeling well for the past little while, and I don't want to give a lot of detail on that, just because that's her private business, of course. So, at some point in time, if she decides she wants to speak on it, then obviously I'll let her. But for the time being, she's here. She's not streaming. She hasn't felt well enough to stream. All that kind of good stuff. But I'll let you know she's okay. She's okay in a health sense, I guess. It's really hard to say it without speaking on it that I can. She's okay. She's just not feeling it. Nothing fatal or anything like that. So it's hard to kind of put it that way. But like I said, I want to be respectful as well. So hopefully everything, she's feeling better soon, and we're working to try to get everything put together, and hopefully by that time, she'll be feeling better, and she will be happy to come back, and we'll stream some games, stream some more Borderlands. Obviously, we're going to do some more Jedi Fallen Order, and maybe even some other games. Probably when she comes back, first thing we're going to do is a variety stream. Retro Gaming Levon 27 says, "Hey Retro, what's going on, man? How are things going with you?" Everything's going all right. Like I said, we're doing okay. Anna's not feeling super well, so she's not here today, but we're doing all right otherwise. And then the other thing I'm going to let you know is I hope that this playthrough is okay. And the reason I say that is because I I think that I hope the playthrough's okay. Some of you may or may not know, this is a DS game, one of the 3DS games that came out. This is my favorite of the three, Order of Ecclesia. But I don't have a Capture DS, and even if I did have a Capture DS, it wouldn't work. I have way too much distance between my capture card and where I set and all this. So I do own everything necessary to play this game, but I am playing this in a way that I can stream it. So I hope it works, but I don't know. I haven't really put a lot of extensive testing on it. So if we get audio glitches or visual glitches, or if it becomes unwatchable, I'll switch over to something for the last bit of it, and we can go there. So I'm getting a PS2 Slim in the mail, and I'm very excited to get this as well. The PS2 Slim is a great console. So we have both our bulky and our Slim from way back in the day. I wasn't a PS2 guy back in the day. I had a war with a buddy of mine. He was PS2 all the way. I was an Xbox guy. And then I moved over to the PS2 and played, and I love it. I still like my Xbox better, but I understand why the PS2 is as amazing as it is. So, and this as well. This game is amazing, and I will be unboxing on my channel. Yeah, I saw your notification on the unboxing for the Slim, so I will most definitely drop by and see the unboxing video. Leave a like. That's some cool stuff. This game right here this is a great game, but it's gone so up in price. Back when I bought it, it was like $30, I think. I bought it complete in box. I think now complete in box, this thing goes for like $100 and something, and new it's like $280 or something. It's ridiculous. It's a super good game, but I bought it back when it came out. I was managing a GameStop back when it came out. It was 2010. I'm pretty sure it was 2010, 2011, something like that. I was the manager of a GameStop at that time, so I got my discount, and I got a pre-owned copy, which I was happy. This is super good. Yeah. I'm looking to see the price. Oh yeah, it's ridiculously expensive. Although the ratings seem to be really good. The ratings were 9 out of 10, 4.6 out of 5. I've played this game. I haven't played it in a long while, and I do remember there's something in here, so I'll try not to bypass it if I can. But yeah, it's an expensive game. I'm looking at the shopping list here, and Loose Cart's not too bad. Loose Cart, you can actually get all of them. You can actually get all of them on well, I think these are probably repro, honestly. Technically, it looks like you can get all three on Etsy for like $23, but for the most part, it's selling for $105 refurbished. My goodness, this is expensive. This is insane. Music's super good. That's another thing that was really good. This is Michiru Yamane, which was he's been a huge composer for a ton of Castlevania games. She's absolutely amazing. I mean, just absolutely insanely good. She's been with Konami like since the very beginning. Or pretty darn close. She started in the late 80s, early 90s, but she's been awesome. And then this goes back to the art, which I believe they used for the artist they used for Soten. I believe it was Masaki Hiruka was the one that I think that was the one they used. But it's these beautiful, like painted, very gorgeous. And I'm gonna have fun modding the crap out of it too. Yeah, I mean, at this point you kind of have to. I still have the backwards compatible PS3, which is how I play most of my PS2 games. But I get it. I understand. My PS1 is modded. I have an original and I have a PS1 Slim, the little ones. My original is modded with the what is it called? I can't remember what Action Replay, I believe, is what they were called. But I think this was a different name. But anyway, the little serial port in the back, the little thing is modded there. So because I wanted to be able to test out games before I bought it. I modded it years ago. I don't blame you. I like to mod my old consoles, especially when it comes to one of my big things. I got spammed a couple of streams back, which thank you to the Four Horsemen for helping prevent the spams that have happened in the previous streams. But I kept getting spammed with emulation is illegal, which it is in its most technical sense not illegal, but at least not where I'm from. It's perfectly legal so long as you own the game and you're own the apparatus to make it, you can technically copy it. Though it's frowned upon, but who cares? But some of the games, like, it's just not feasible to be able to get. Like, some of these games, it's like, hey, we've asked for it for years, and you're not remaking it. And I can't afford, like, Hagane, right, is a good example of this. It's got to be a repro, or you've got to play a ROM, because it's to buy a copy of that game is like $3,000 for a cartridge. And even a Japanese copy is $300. And it's like, you're not releasing other options, so I'm gonna have to do it. I want to play the game. This game I wish they would put on a collection. We've got Castlevania collection and the Game Boy collection, which I think are amazing. I want them to take these 3 games and put them in a collection, and then whatever the bonus game is, I don't even care at that point. If they put a bonus game on it, doesn't matter. This Portrait of Ruin and Dies. I'm gonna go and start. I don't think I have any. That's fine. It'll just be retro. Yeah, I don't blame you one bit, though. And that's the thing. So one of the consoles that I mod the heck out. I'll throw this out there because I do absolutely believe in them. And there's a number of reasons why. Is the Wii. 3 reasons. So I actually have a pretty extensive game collection. I've been collecting games now for 30-something years. And I have a ton of NES and SNES and Genesis and Master System and all, and all these different games. I have a ton of physical media. I'm actually, as I'm saying this, I'm looking at a bookshelf which is literally carrying hundreds of NES and SNES games of mine that I've collected for the past several decades. And it's not some of the games I have. Some of these games are expensive games. I got them before they got expensive. A lot of them. Some of them Anna got me, which I'm still super great. Like, she got me my Dracula X, which I can now play on the second Castlevania collection. She bought me a Chrono Trigger way back in the day, and now that's shot up like crazy. And so, like, I don't want to take these cartridges. These are pieces of art and pieces of time. And so what I've done is I've taken those games and I've preserved them, and then I'll play them on a Wii, which is natively made to play the WiiWare, which was SNES and NES and Sega Genesis and all that. And I'll basically soft modify them so that I can use my ROM for the games that I own on their software, which they have their emulation. So I have emulation certified, made by Nintendo, but playing ROMs that I wanted to play that they didn't offer, or that I have purchased in basically every other form. So I mean, obviously I have the PS1 version and the DS version as well, but that SNES version that I have up there is the one that I will go to even without the extra content, bridging it to Chrono Trigger. That's the one I want to go to. I don't want to play that. I want to put that in there. I have Batman and The Adventures of Batman and Robin, another very expensive game. There wasn't a whole bunch of other. There was that version and the one that came out on the Sega. I think the Nintendo version's better personally, and it's expensive, and so I don't always want to go through my entire game collection, pull out a game, pop it in. But so sometimes I'll use a Wii. I'll use the native emulation certified by Nintendo on the Wii to play a ROM of that Super Nintendo game and protect my cartridge. And I don't think there's anything wrong about that. I did shell out the money to buy Batman and Robin. I do own multiple SNESs. I actually own the Super Nintendos that I remember that I got when the Super Nintendo was new, like when the Super Nintendo was launching. These are my Super Nintendos from that era. That Super Nintendo came out in '91, I believe. So I think we're gonna get some interest. I don't know.
To life,
okay, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure we get some
Middle Ages.
Some reading.
The evil Lord Dracula has driven people to terror. Each time Dracula returned from the dead.
It's funny that I didn't expect it to be in English. I'm so used to the
wielding the holy whip.
Dracula X or Rondo of Blood intro, and it starts out and the narration's done in German.
But early in the 19th century, having lost their ability to resist the darkness,
so I was half expecting to see this in English, but hear it in German.
To counter Dracula. Our organization, Ecclesia, was born then as one of those countermeasures. Many organizations were established with the same goal.
This is also a really
And day
interesting
after day, they conducted their
kind of
studies
one of the side tangents that I am completely okay with. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, Soma Cruz, the ones that with Soma in them,
But that
which would
was
be
when
the
Barlow,
Sorrow,
the leader
right?
of Ecclesia,
The
finally
Dawn and
made a
Aria of Sorrow
surprising
game.
breakthrough that could
Those are
stand
super
up
good
against
games. I just don't
Dracula.
care super much for Soma as a character, and the random like nature of him getting it. We got Albus, and Albus is kind of a jerk. Serves me right, trying to scare you. He's not really a jerk. He's actually, well, he gets to be. His name is Albus. I can't remember what the year is in this. It's like the 13th. I didn't hide my presence very well. You just didn't hide very well. You didn't even have to add my presence. You just didn't hide. I'll be putting a lot of PS2 games on my USB flash drive and then testing that alongside some PS1 games. I'm curious, out of those, what are the top list PS2, like if you gave me a top 3 for both, top 3 PS2, top 3 PS1 games that you're looking forward to testing, what would those be? If you are into, if you're into good games that are very, if you're into good games that are expensive and hard to get a hold of but are pretty good, I would recommend a test of PlayStation 1's, what was it, Shin Megami Tensei Revelations, was it, I believe? I think they launched it on the PlayStation Mini, and it's not that difficult of a game to play on the PS Mini, I'm pretty sure. But it's actually a pretty darn solid game if you're just looking to play it on the natively on the hardware. Okay, one more time really quickly, just because of the delay. I'm going to take a look. I just want to make sure the music isn't just completely drowning me out. I'm going to give it a quick listen just because it may be. I don't think it may. It's still pretty loud, so I'm just going to turn it down. Let's try that real quick and see if that's better. And that didn't do much to it at all. I'm gonna try a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna try just a bit more because I think where I had it was still a little loud. Okay, that sounds reasonable to me. Okay, I also got an official Super Nintendo too. Very nice. Curious, did you get a Phase 1 or Phase 2? Model 1, Model 2. Model 1 has the purple levers on the top that you turned on, and then it had the gigantic rectangle in the center where you pushed on that to eject the game. And Model 2 was a slim guy. You just pulled the cartridge straight out like a normal person would, but little purple button and a little purple kind of switch about the size of a thumb was on there. I have both. I had the first one, the big one, from '91, and then a buddy of mine, we played tons and tons of Super Nintendo in the '90s, and we played it all the way up to we probably played it all the way up to the early 2000s, even in favor of the 64. Though we did play a fair amount of 64 in the early 2000s. A lot of Banjo-Kazooie and a lot of Pilot Wings 64 and some Turok, you know. But anyway, yeah, played the heck out of that, and it's actually my buddy's slim model. He gave it to me or sold it to me a long time ago for virtually nothing. And I keep it and preserve it because it's super important. Those memories are great. We played tons of Donkey Kong, Power Rangers, which I've played on the channel, Contra 3, which I'm not good at. One of these days I'll have him on the channel to play through it because he's great. What else do we do? What else do we play? I mean, we played a lot of games. He had Faceball, which was an interesting foray into first-person shooting. What else? I don't even remember. It just a ton of... Oh, a lot of Super Mario All-Stars. A lot of that, too. And I played a lot of Super Mario World, which I've also played. I've played through that twice on the channel, I think. One where I played through with all the secrets, and then one where I've done one video, which I did way back in like 2017 or something, where I just fastest beginning to end of the game. And then I've done a whole 96 exit run live stream. I want to make sure things are okay here. I know I'm supposed to be out working, but like I'm tired, man. Any news worth sharing? She's gonna tell him some news that's gonna make him mad. There's a little bit of discoloration on his sprite, but it looks pretty good for the most part. Chose me as the bearer, actually. We're about to start the ritual so my body can be a vessel for Dominus. What'd you say? Dominus? You? That's right. This is an outrage. Barlow lied to me. Lied? I'm supposed to be the bearer. He promised me that much. He's really angry about this. The master said you... What? What did he tell you? That you're unfit to be the bearer. Exclamation point, question mark? He would never say such a thing. But Albus... The bell tolls for me. I have to go. Wait, Shinoa, you don't understand. You're wrong. I'm as much a member of Ecclesia as you are. Our sole purpose is to destroy Dracula. I don't know why they put Dracula in brackets, but they do. It's pretty funny. So people can look to the dawn without fearing the darkness. Am I wrong, Albus? Dracula is still one of the most cool... I mean, it's been 100 years since Dracula was invented. Vampire's been a thing forever, like thousands of years, but Dracula's been a... Dracula's not even the first vampire. Carmilla, which is in the Netflix series and has been appearing since the very beginning as a mask, she actually predates Dracula by like 30 years. She was written by Sheridan Le Fanu in a book called Carmilla, and it's about a vampire female who is, I believe, bisexual, or she may even be gay. And it was kind of likening her sexual preference to the vampirism and kind of drawing parallels and all this kind of... It's a very interesting, very good read, but Carmilla is awesome. Carmilla is very, very cool. For PS2, it'd be Jak and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, and Final Fantasy X. For PS1, Final Fantasy VII, Spider-Man, Crash Bandicoot. Those are solid choices. Jak and Daxter is... I like Jak and Daxter quite a bit. I never got into Kingdom Hearts. Actually, Anna, my wife, she has shown me Kingdom Hearts. She bought me... This is a long time ago. This is like 3-4 years ago now. But she bought me... the collection, like this, I think the story so far is what they called it before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. She bought me that whole collection to try to get me caught up, and I have not gotten to play a ton of it yet because we got Kingdom Hearts 3 and she started playing it and she was so upset with it, and I don't know why. I mean, she knows more about it than I do. She's so upset with it, and that we just kind of haven't messed with Kingdom Hearts in a while. I probably need to jump on that. Final Fantasy X is a great and solid choice. Final Fantasy VII's good. 8 is my favorite when it comes to that era. Even though Squall's not the most amazing, I did like 8. I played the demo of 8 back before 8 came out, I remember. And they actually had a song in the trailer, or in the intro cutscene, called Raid on Dalet. Still my favorite Final Fantasy music ever, and that's saying something. Yeah, but good choices, very good choice. Spider-Man, I played a lot of Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. I played a ton of that when it came out. I think it came out in 2002. I remember, I didn't buy it, but I remember renting it. I rented it at least 3 times to try to pass it. I'd rent it like every other weekend for like, yeah. I have a model one. A model what? I'm sorry, I probably missed it. But Crash Bandicoot's always great. Final Fantasy VII's good. My favorite Final Fantasy is 3, but 8 is really 3 Japan, 6 us. But yeah, 3 Japan, 6 us, I believe is what Or maybe it was 3 Us, 6 Japan, actually. I can't remember, but I can't remember exactly. I also have an original DMG Game Boy that I'm looking forward to modding. So that's awesome. That's free. That we just found my. So I have a. That's really cool. I have the old like 1980s Game Boys. I have 2 of those that I have from the day. But honestly, if I play Game Boy games, I try to play them on a big screen more often than not. But ironically, I go completely the opposite direction when I'm wanting to play them in a handheld, and I play them on my Game Boy Micro, which I'd love faceplates for. I'm trying to find more faceplates for it. Right now, I only have a silver. I kind of want the Famicom one really bad, but I haven't really looked all that hard to be fair. That isn't. For that reason, I will become Dominus, the blade to banish all evil. Shanoa. I think he's got a higher pitched voice than I'm getting. So this is really, really cool. Shanoa is the protagonist. There's some miscoloring on his sprite, no big deal. He's just not gonna talk to me. I figured that'd be the case. So if you didn't catch the backstory, because I was talking through it, and I do apologize. Up on your guys' it's different, but in the top right-hand corner is my map, and then right here is where I am. Ecclesia is a holy order. It's supposed to be an organization of holy knights, effectively, that are trained in order to fight and bear Dracula off, because Dracula comes back every so often. Originally, it was every 100 years, but then that's changed, clearly, and it's now just whenever he feels like it, or Shaft comes and says, like, hey, here you go. This game was female, the first, I believe it was one of the first Castlevanias that, it's not the first Castlevania with it, there was Castlevania Legends, which had a female protagonist, but nobody really knew about that. So this is, I guess, the most mainstream Castlevania game with a female protagonist, and Shanoa, and she's awesome. I love her. But she has this mark on her back that she can absorb glyphs through, and it works the same way as Soma's soul absorption thing. You absorb glyphs, you get their power. So I think this is I think everything's locked for Barlow's game. I have to forget my subpar voice acting as I read some of this stuff. I don't have an effeminate voice. I'm just trying to be gentler with my own voice when I do it. But yeah, it's gonna be probably subpar, but I'm okay with it. It's fine. I'm having fun. So this is actually running a lot better than I thought it would. How could he? Orders may be orders, Barlow, but I'm holding you to your promise. And he's just gonna sit there and pull hair out. Shanoa, as you know, only you can become the bearer of Dominus. And she's, yes, sir, I knew that. I don't know why, but I know. Even so, it will be nearly impossible for you to control its power. The purpose of this ritual is to make sure your body will adjust to Dominus. Yes, sir. When it's over, That's right, Shanoa. You will be able to wield our most powerful glyph, Dominus, which Ecclesia created as the ultimate weapon against Dracula. I'm proud of you, Shanoa. You will become our world's new savior. I really love the paint. So the sprites are great, and all the action that they do with that is great. But when you look at the paintings of the people that are above it when it shows that, it's just so cool. What's going on? And she screams, of course. I'm not going to do that. Let's break the mic. You who are... And he says nothing and she passes. What's the meaning of this, Albus? You know how crucial the ritual is. You lied to me, Albus. I was to be the bearer you promised me. We each have a role. If you had followed orders, you might understand that. Above all else, Shanoa is the only one with the capacity for dominance. You know that as well as I do. I intend to overcome my weaknesses. What happened to working together? Perhaps we still can. Together, we will overcome this setback as well. It's too late. I've become a kindled. I've absorbed your books. Tell me, Albus, what do you intend to do with Dominus? You said it yourself. Each one of us has a role, and like a fine master, you've finally shown me what mine must be. Don't be stupid, Albus. What are you planning? I will be taking Dominus. That's it. That's what I've done is what I plan to do. be rational. Without that glyph, our mission is a failure. Dracula's vessel. I have my own mission. You are my master no longer. Farewell, Barlow. He pulls a gun on him, but Albus's gun is just the way that he channels the magic, whereas Barlow is just like a big magician, kind of. I don't want to spoil anything. I do know what the story does. I don't remember where everything is, and I'll explain how that becomes a problem, but anyway. Your training regimen shall soon conclude. As you say, sir. She's very polite. We tap the power in all things, great and small. To forge glyphs through Ecclesia. To forget glyphs. This is a Freudian slip. You'll see why in a minute. To forge glyphs through Ecclesia's secret art. And so we gain the strength to save mankind. Absorb the glyph before you, if you would. And all you have to do is hit on. Hold on. Grants the glyph and 10 hearts. And I have a rapier glyph now. Confidere. A rapier glyph? Just so. And now you see, absorb a glyph and you shall know its kind. That is your gift. And it's yours and yours alone. As you say, sir. She's just so polite. I love it. That I must teach you from the start. Pity this had to happen now. Kind of looks like Craig T. Nelson in that other pose, which I love. But still, our time is waning. Move on. As you say, sir. That glyph. Direct its power towards your arm. And now I can actually select it. And guess what? I became very good at soldering due to practice. Yeah, soldering is one of the most handy skills you can have in these days. So I commend you for getting good at practicing. And I pity you only the time that may have happened with your practice and ruining boards. I know back when I started learning to solder, I ruined so many boards because I did not have a proper desoldering gun. And this was like an 07, I think, is when I started working at it. Because I ran a Radio Shack, and I could never get a desoldering gun. They had a really cool soldering kit. I paid like $30 for it, and it still worked really well for a long time. That's a really cheap soldering kit. I didn't have a desoldering stuff, and I didn't realize you could just use a little suction bulb either. That's awesome, but that's okay. There's my menu. So we're going to select our glyph, and I'll just use and get to it now. Place glyphs in your arms. Oh, he wants me to place it in both of mine. Okay. Done. So armed, you can wield glyphs against your foe. Imagine I'm one of them and strike. And of course, I can't actually hit it. Your memories may have fled, but you must not. Hear me, your warriors. Strength must endure. Bit my tongue. Now meld the glyphs in both your arms. Prepare. And glyph unions may yet catch foes by surprise. And it's the same thing you do to use a sub-weapon, basically. So skillful. Now you face the final test, the danger of true combat. Steel yourself. Once prepared, step into the next room. Boss room, and anytime you see that door, it's the boss door. From netherworlds I call your enemy. Use everything you've learned to stand your ground. Be our greatest warrior once again. Oh, the bone didn't get... That's good. Go into your basic training. Now advance. I only had to fight skeletons, but I only have 5 hearts. I use the glyph unions. I probably should. I got a heart. Noah, I expected nothing less. Thank you, sir. And now your mission must begin at once. Recover the supreme glyph, Dominus. My pupil has it. Albus is his name. Albus. Does that name stir your memory by chance? So that's where instead of forge, I said forget. She has amnesia. Amnesia. Your feelings, then. You knew of him before. I know nothing of him. Now, sir, know this. It's he who robbed your memory. He cost you. He cost mankind its will. Its only hope, and you must take it back. The ritual, the man I saw. That man was Albus. This is all his doing. Why? He coveted your power and your fate. The Dominus was yours alone to bear. Had I explained, perhaps you'd still be whole. But no time now for wishes or regrets. With Dominus, we too can save the world from nothing less than Dracula. Oh, himself. Retrieve it and we burn him back to dust. There's nothing else that ever mattered more. It shall be done, sir. You truly are a blessing on us all. We have one advantage. Dominus. I will return. Not even ours. It requires you. No flesh but yours can ever host the glyph. You see now why I chose you for this task. I do so. But Albus has a keen and cunning mind. With time, he may yet find another way. So find him first before his trail grows cold. I shall, sir. Why, if he could find another way, why wouldn't you allow that? Genoa, bring him back unharmed unless he proves too stubborn. Understood? Yes. Our hopes go with you, all the world's and mine. Those paintings are so gorgeous, and these sets are really beautiful and elaborate. So you can take a look at Shanoa's moving, and it's you've got this kind of parallax, right? You've got the middle, and then the background moves even slower. It's just such a wonderful. This is such a good looking game, and the music of this is really, really good, of course. And here's the save points. We're just going to go ahead and save because that's a whole lot of prologue. So all of the DS games actually, this was really, really good. But again, like I said, this one's my favorite. We're going to go out to the map, figure out what's going on. We'll go ahead and go to the monastery. We'll go ahead and go to the monastery. This is basically, the thing that they did really well with this is very much in the vein of of Symphony of the Night. It's and it's the same people, a lot of the same people from Symphony, but they've done some stuff where you have a much bigger map. A lot of this is fairly linear, but there are branching paths that you have to be clever to reach. And then on top of that, it doesn't all take place in the castle. It's not all in Castlevania. Like we are right now outside of a monastery. I mean, you can see there's beautiful, beautiful maps. It's really good. Music's really good too. Should hopefully be able to hear. And we'll probably get our skeleton glyph in here too. I soldered my Game Boy Color speaker to my Game Boy Color with the DS Lite speaker, and it sounds awesome as usual. Very nice. That's a great idea, honestly, too. The sound on those things wasn't remarkable in terms of, just wasn't a ton of power. I think it would be really cool to see you do a solder, if ever you decided that was something you were interested in, to see you do a solder of a full stereoscopic kind of sound system, like having speakers on the boring holes in the Game Boy face and putting speakers on the front and back to make it so it's really loud and kind of all around the body of it. But I don't know if that's something you're interested in doing or would want to do, but I think climb it. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Yeah, I'm not. Some of these treasure chests can also be mimics. We remember that. So one of the things that they did that I thought was kind of interesting with all of the DS games is all of the DS games actually have twist endings. Not twist endings rather, but multiple endings, 2 endings. You have a good ending and a son of a. Okay, we'll go. They have a good ending and a bad ending. The bad ending is literally the default ending. So in this one, we'll go to a village. I'll have to get some better weapons. But we'll go to a village, and Weigall Village, I believe it's called. There's a glyph. This is going to be my magnetic field one. This is one of my favorites. It's such a nice glyph. I can use it. Yeah. I know how to do it. I just need you to let me do it, please. That's it showing me how to do it, not me doing it. This is my save. Yes, I'd like to save. Okay, this seems to be playing brilliantly, by the way, considering the circumstance. I'm quite happy about this. I'm going to go ahead and... This glyph comes super in handy in later part of this. And then... but the default ending is actually the bad... Oh, ghost. The default ending is actually the bad ending, if you can believe it. So, I can't get there just yet. They're also cat. I haven't... You can rescue the kitty cat. So you can hear a cat. I'll see if I can find it in a minute. Oh, it's a banshee. Where's the kitty cat? There, kitty cat. I don't... Nope. That's fine. I saved a kitty cat and I got it. See, when you hit a little kitty cat's meow, and you can say, I need a better weapons glyph. I need one of these guys' glyphs. Sometimes you'll also see that, and that's really frustrating because their glyphs will fizzle out. This will just keep regenerating. It's infinite. Really cool effect, though. You have to actually blow it out with another glyph power that I don't have yet, so we'll do that. But anyway, so the bad ending is the default ending for most of the game. And so in this case, it's the stipulation to getting the good ending is having they're rescuing all of the villagers. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. The villagers get lost, and you have to rescue all of them. And if you miss one villager, you get game over. You get game over, or you don't get game over. You kind of get game over. So you have to go back and find. That's gonna happen. You have to go back and find. Knife. Sounds weaker, but I'm sure it's not. Yeah, that's what we have. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, you basically have to find all of the villagers, and if you can find all of the what happened there? If you can find all of the villagers, then you get the good. You can continue on to the good stuff. Same thing with Portrait of Ruin. It's a fight. It's a fight with Bronner at the end. And I'm not Bronner. It's a fight with I can't remember what his name is. Anyway, looks like a wolf. There we go. So now I can see that it's close from the bottom. I know what they are. I'm a decent Castlevania fan. I'm not like top or anything. But I'm definitely up there in terms of enjoyment. I'm just not up there. High time. Okay. But you can. There's a fight you have in front of a portrait, and it's if you don't. I don't know if I want to say it. I mean, I guess it's not really a spoiler. This one's been out for years. If you win the fight, which you can do, you can absolutely just win the fight. Hey, don't Banshee. You can absolutely just win the fight, and if you win the fight, great. That's the ending, and it's like, congratulations. I think it may be with his daughter, honestly. But if you don't win the fight immediately or finish the fight, and you don't immediately go in and finish the fight, you can go into the portrait and you can fight Bronner, who's the bad guy in the first place. So like it's that. I think with Dawn of Sorrow, it's an equipment. Like you have to be wearing a certain, I can't remember if it's a ring or a pendant. I think it's a pendant. But if you're not wearing a certain pendant, when you go into a certain scene, then you get the short ending or the bad ending. So this one is rescue all the villagers, which is also the reason it's my favorite, because in this case you get told. In this version, you at least get told like there are a bunch of villagers missing, and you need to get them all. But in the other ones, it's like how you kind of have to really work hard to glean some stuff. Come on, Banshee. Okay. Not gonna let me go. So again, it's not as esoteric, basically, is all I'm saying. I don't mind alternate endings. I just don't like them when it's like, how was I supposed to know that? The painting one is fine. It makes sense. I mean, you spend the entire the entire Portrait of Ruin, you spend time going into paintings, all of Mario 64 stuff. So like that one makes perfect sense. And this one, you get told like people were taken from the village and frozen and whatever. But dang it. But yeah, it's tricky. This is the frustrating like beginning grind where everything takes 15 damage, but your sword's 2-5, and I'm not getting a lot of glyph drops. I should have gotten a Gladius one, but I haven't yet. All of them have just fizzled out. I think it's on like a dice roll system. There are glyphs you have to get, like the magnetic glyph that I got. I have to get that, but then there are weapons glyphs, and those weapons glyphs don't always pan out real well. I don't know if there's anyone to save from here. I can't remember. It doesn't matter right now. I wouldn't be able to get to him because I don't know about it. But you know it doesn't know about it. All right. I also want to try to find all of those because there's some boss fights in here that are pretty brutal. I don't think this is one. That's a boss door, but I don't think this is one. Oh, and this is the fast travel system. I haven't found any stations, so it doesn't matter. All right, boss fight time, I guess. Do not remember who the first boss is. Giant. Oh, it's the jelly thing. It's the. Dang it. You like me doing 8 health? 8 damage to you? Oh, dang it. There we go. Hey, not only did you miss the spooky, but you also missed my birthday. That's it. I'm not unsubscribed. Hi, good to see you. How goes it? I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I didn't mean to. We've been dealing with some health issues, let's say, with Anna, and so we've been a little bit more distant and standoffish. So I do apologize, but a happy belated birthday to you, and I certainly hope you enjoyed the entirety of it. Again, my sincerest apologies for having not made it or sent birthday wishes. But we're doing okay. Anna's just we've been having some health issues of sorts with her, and so a lot of adulting going into making sure she's okay. So lots of love to be given and such. And so, I hope you're doing well. I've had a good weekend, and even with the posts, not all the community knew. That's cool. Yeah, and I apologize again for that. I kind of detached, not intentionally, but I did kind of detach from social medias and a whole bunch of other stuff, just because a lot of my focus I wanted to go towards Anna and trying to talk with her and get stuff settled and figure out what we needed to do, and then on top of that, I'm balancing my normal life, and that's no excuse to be impolite and inconsiderate. So I apologize. But at the same time, I just hope you know that it's all been it's all been for a good cause. It's all been for the cause of my beautiful wife. And she, I'm not blaming her either. Like I made the conscious choice because I want her to be okay and I want to be there for her, not she's forbade me from doing it. She's very supportive and was very supportive of me doing this as well. So I'm even a bit anti. I'm even a bit of a. I'm even bit a bit. I'm even a bit anti-social media lately. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm trying to balance it all better, but still, social media. I don't mind social media, and it's great for marketing and advert purposes. It's just so difficult to, if you care, and you may not. A lot of people don't. But if you do, and you're a person that's easily affected, and you get upset about a lot of stuff, or you get enveloped in a lot of the dramas, it's just better to not. I agree with you, man. Everybody got you and I were talking about this a couple weeks back. Everybody was so enraged about the Bayonetta thing, right? And then now here we are later, and everybody's enraged in the opposite direction about the same issue. And it's like, you've spent literally 3 weeks of your life being upset about something that doesn't really impact you. No offense to the people that it does impact, of course. And that's the 3 weeks of your life that you've spent with that as a part of your negative emotions right there. I mean, that's such a sad thing to aspire to be for a, anyway. Exactly. I've used social media to connect with people, yet there's stuff on the side that can upset. Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree. Oh, son of a gun. I need to... I know I can use the magnet thing, but I'm fairly certain that this thing... Maybe this isn't the one I'm thinking of. I don't know why I was thinking of the one that shrinks and then you just stay in the corner and it rolls around, rolls over you, rolls around you. This is not that one, clearly. Is that Metroid that I'm thinking of? It's probably Metroid that I'm thinking of, honestly. No, it's not. It's Contra. That's what I was thinking of. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna grab the eye and get my health back. Yeah, Bayonetta 3 seems to be doing well. What upset me was a bit of a Twitch controversy, reminding me of Ubisoft's behind the scenes with the new Mario game. These don't concern me directly, mostly, and I'm still pissed about Bayonetta 3. Hey, Thumb, how you doing? It's good to see you. I haven't got to talk with you in a little bit, so it's super good to see you. That's all I need to be reminded of. Yeah, the Bayonetta 3 thing, and I don't know what direction you're upset in, so I'll give my understanding. I mean, I'm not a dramatic individual, so I'm not personally opposed to having my views changed or corrected if it is that there's substantial evidence. And secondly, I'm not really particularly emotionally invested in things like that just because it doesn't directly affect me. I either buy it or I don't. Um, I want to play it. I'm excited about it. I like Jennifer Hale. I've been a fan of hers for decades. Um, I mean, she was, even since she was in like Carmen Sandiego, Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego and all that kind of stuff, like in the 90s. So like big fan. But yeah, there was all that upset, and the way I understood it was the voice actor was uh just I've been posting nonstop on forums these past 4 weeks about it. I'm wiped tired, lol. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Well, so this is the way I understand it, and again, you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong because I very well could be, but from my limited view, it was that the voice actor felt as if she was offered an unfair trade of $4,000 for the entire project, and um she put that out there, and she made a video, and she kind of was quoting charitable works and I guess biblical or religious reference and all this other stuff, and basically is telling people to go and put that money that they would spend on Bayonetta towards these other quote unquote charitable organizations, which on its face is a what I would consider to be a very polite and nice and dignified thing to do. My understanding is that news has come out so far that has shown that her original offer was not the $4,000. and that it was an offer that she found insulting that has, in my opinion, not yet been disclosed, and that she's made an overestimation of the valuation of the franchise on the whole. I think she said it was in the hundreds of millions, where I think it's actually closer to like 40, $50 million property, and that she should have made a larger cut of that. And they couldn't come to an agreement, so they instead offered her a cameo in the game, and for the cameo, which would have been her only role in the whole game, she would have gotten the $4,000, and she refused that as insulting, and that was the only figure that was traded. And so because she chose that, they had to find a replacement because everything else of the game, all of the other pieces of the game were in place. Jennifer Hale takes over to make the vocals, which Jennifer Hale's vocals are phenomenal. She's very good at emulation, and she's she's got a voice that does kind of that same thing in a lot of ways. So I'm eager to hear what her voice sounds like in the cutscenes, more or less, but I've heard it in the action, and it's comparable. And so anyway, during that, being upset, knowing what I knew at the very beginning, it would sound like, yeah, she was being attacked and victimized as a voice actor, and she was being undervaluated. But post that, having understood that that may not have been the case, I think it kind of devalues the argument. If what they're saying is true, I think it kind of devalues the argument of people that are legitimately struggling with the voice acting world and getting a fair price, because now it makes them look a little bit more entitled um, rather than um, reasonable people that are just being, um, cheated out of, or the money's not being good. And yeah, you said the Jennifer Hale thing. I'll read the quote out loud, but yeah, the Jennifer attack piece too, I think as well, is like, because she said that, it was like, I don't think it's fair if she calls herself Bayonetta. And like, here's the thing. This is my thing. Like, I don't think Sir Christopher Lee ever stood up and said, well, or excuse me, I don't think, this goes way back, but we'll start with Bela Lugosi. I don't think Bela Lugosi ever said, okay, now that I've played Dracula, Christopher Lee can never play him, or if he does, he cannot call himself Dracula. Bela Lugosi was a very dignified, forgive my poor Romanian accent. Bela Lugosi had a wonderful accent. I love it. Um, but he was a super dignified, very polite man. And Sir Christopher Lee was able to call himself Dracula as much as Bela Lugosi was, as much as I think, what is his name? The guy that played it in this new BBC thing was. And everybody's just been very dignified in that. Like, if you play the role, you do the work, I think you get the right to say, I am, or was at least, that character. And I think Jennifer Hale saying, hey, I'm Bayonetta is appropriate, because in Bayonetta 3, she is the only Bayonetta we have. So, and she's great. Again, so let me read those out loud. I'm sorry. Let me catch up. Yeah, so many people believed her at first. I kind of did, but first 4K didn't seem correct anyways, and especially her attacking Jennifer Hale in an entitled way. Exactly. Jennifer Hale also got attacked mostly because, hey, you cannot voice Bayonetta. Only Taylor can. It's not fair to her. Yep. No. As long as it brings the convos about paid voice actor work, that's what matters. Not that Taylor lied over and over again. Plus, people have picked up on her controversial political views. Note the yes, yeah. And that's the other thing. I mean, I don't think you're political, so long as it's not getting in the works. Your political views and your religious views, I don't think should enter into those. Like, if a political view or a religious view make me uncomfortable about taking a job, then I don't take the job. I don't get to ask for more money because I'm taking the job despite my religious or political views. That's my problem. I just don't take the job. But I don't also, if I get the chance, and people, I don't want people to draw the assumption that my political or religious view may be a reason that I'm refusing to do a role, or maybe the reason I want to do a role, and they factor that in. My point is, work is work. My work doesn't know my religious view. It doesn't matter. They don't know my political views. If, let's say, I don't think they are, but I think let's say my religious, my political views are controversial or provocative in some way. You know, they provoke antagonism or some other. Like, why would I share that and run the risk of somebody on a whim or of a different belief system denying me a job? Like, I'm just going to stay quiet about that, unless it's a forum in which I feel like that's appropriate. Still slaving away for the old man, are we? And of course, she's seen him, but she has amnesia for anyone. Your name? Oh, no, that's her. I gave her this, well, yes. That's I'm to retrieve the Dominus Glyph and return you home. You're going to bed, young man. Home, you say? I have none. The old man saw to that. And she gets in a fighting stance immediately. It was not a request. You go clean your room, mister. Intriguing. I recall you being a great deal more graceful than that. She just ran straight at him. It's like, I poke. And you've forgotten your skill with glyphs as well. That one was awful. See, how do you get someone so angry and they don't know? I've forgotten things to you, but you don't know for a fact that the other guy's telling you the truth. Maybe. Is that so? I'm never going back. Remember to tell the old man for me. By order of Master Barlow. This one guy I just met and have no memory of anything else. I follow him. He's so angry about that, though. Concentrate, Snow. I'm pointing a gun at you. I probably should have pointed down towards where you are now that I'm thinking about it. Take care. Albus is a doofus. She picked up the shiny, though, so that's all good. The map. It's Weigall Village that we're talking about. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry. I'd hire someone almost regardless of their views, but then again, I've not been in a position. I understand it can be hard, and employers, workers, etc. want an okay viewpoint from an employee. And I agree with that. I think a lot of people, the thing about companies that is concerning is if they don't know what your viewpoint is, then they don't know if you're going to go out and represent and try to tie yourself to it. But most companies will have a contract basically in place that says when you're posting anything that is not approved, that's a breach of contract, right? So like you can't speak. That's why NDAs exist, right? You can't talk about the project and privacy and all that. But also, we don't want you talking about other things, business dealings and such going on. We don't want negative light. We don't want to politic the masses. We want to politic internally and then let the masses make their decisions once the product's launched. And so anyway. On a more positive note, Sonic Frontiers releases tomorrow, but apparently people time traveled to play it early. I mean, we've got so many good games coming out this month. Sonic Frontiers is great. I know a lot of people that got advanced copies of God of War Ragnarok, for which I am absolutely stoked. That comes out Wednesday, I think, this coming Wednesday, and we're picking up a copy for like that. I mean, it's just so many, like, so many good things. And then Bayonetta 3 came out, and I want that too, but I'm gonna play God of War first because I'm much more a Norse person. I forgot people time travel for Ragnarok too. Technically speaking, it's ironic that people would have had to have time traveled. Oh, that's okay. I know what you meant. It's not a big deal. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's ironic that people wanted an advanced copy of Ragnarok, which is akin to saying people wanted an advanced copy of essentially the Apocalypse. Kind of funny when you say it in context. Okay, I still have all of these garbagey rapier glyphs. I really want a Gladius glyph really badly, and there's not even somebody who can give me a there's one. I think he gives me a Gladius. And side note, if those glyphs don't full form like that, you can't absorb them. They have to actually have a little white glowy picture in the middle of them, or otherwise they can't be absorbed. It just fizzles out, so no good. That's a frustrating piece. It's not I mean, like, it doesn't devalue the game for me, but like, come on. This game is great. Like, anybody who decides they want this game, by all means, please get this game. It is amazing. It's very, very good. It's very fun. I am not playing it perhaps the way it's meant to be played so that I can broadcast it, but it's still super comfortable. Ah, there we are. Oh, it's Sakare, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm pretty darn sure this glyph is more powerful than Confere. So, yeah. Guess what we're doing? Oh, that's right. That's the knife. Oh. We're just gonna 8 and 8 it. Okay, that's better. not a ton, but I hope to play more of the Castlevania series next year. Castlevania is really good, but like I can respect and understand where it takes people a little bit to get into the early ones, like 1 through 3-ish. I think everybody kind of gravitates towards Symphony of the Night. A lot of people gravitate towards 4 if you're really into the old SNES. Oh, really? If you're really into the old the SNES ones. But there are a lot of new ones that are really good. This one is, again, for the DS. For the first time, I did this. This is also, Thumb, this is on your recommendation from a while back, but also felt it appropriate. I've seen people do it, and I feel like it's okay. It shows the DS version, or the DS copy of the game underneath the map. Not something I've done in the past, but I think it made sense, and I had space to do it. It's like having to choose a favorite doctor for which Castlevania game is the thing. Yeah, it is, but... And like the favorite doctor, right? And again, I'm going to speak from a place of not knowing quite as much as you do, but my understanding is that 10 and 11 are big contenders for some of the favorites. A lot of people like that one from the 70s, I think. I can't remember his name. But I don't think a lot of people were super fond of 9. So, point being is, much like that, there are many more hits than misses, but there are still occasional misses that some people will prefer, but it's not going to be the popular vote by any stretch. This is one that I think gets overlooked by quite a bit. So, oh, I've already been up there, yeah. Yes, I have. That chest isn't open because I can't. I have double jump. This also encouraged a lot of backtracking. It didn't make it necessary in a lot of cases, but it did encourage a lot of backtracking because there are chests and things that you can't get to until you have certain powers that you won't get for a while. I thought it was cool. That motion is very similar to Ori's movement through the air, and the Blind Force wisps, which are of course Metroidvanias. Yeah, the Ori games are great. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously they've come out a lot more recently, but even still, they're phenomenal. There's so many games that take direct influence from Castlevania that are great games. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night probably being the most direct, but it's also super good. Like the Ritual of the Night and both of the Curse of the Moon games are actually super good. The weakest one, in my opinion, being Curse of the Moon 2, and even still, that's a solid game. I haven't been. Okay. I'm just gonna open this and let the Banshees do their thing. Okay, I know I can put some armor on. I probably should. I've noticed some interesting Metroidvanias have come out or are in the works, and not just well-known ones like Silk. Well, yeah, you've got Metroidvania games, in my opinion, should never, or probably will never, lose their appeal. Look at this. The beautiful. This game is so beautiful. Look at such a basic skill, the parallax, but like look at the artwork in the background. So beautiful, this little parallax on top of it. These were not made games. These were crafted games. These were games that had blood, sweat, and tears, and you can see every drop of each put into them. At least in my opinion. Okay, I've been this way. I know I need to get out of here by going the way I came, but I like to explore everything. Metroidvanias encourage that, and I think Aaron Hansen had a view. This is a long time ago, so the view may have changed. But I know he had a view that Metroid was a superior. He hated the term Metroidvania because Metroid was a superior game. Because everything that you got in Metroid was necessary to progress. I like the fact that you can choose to progress weaker or stronger than necessary. And if you want to explore more, you're rewarded by making boss fights a lot easier. And anyway. But what you were saying on the ones that are being released, there are a ton that have also been released that were really good that weren't super obvious in general. Like Valakia, which was a werewolf one that I've played on the channel briefly, and it's super hard, super difficult. But it's a lady that's an archer, a woman that's an archer. She's the protagonist. Super cool, super good. We also have Infernax, which is good. I replayed Metroid Prime once again, big time for my birthday, sort of a tradition. Very nice. I need to pass the Metroid Prime games. I have played and own the Metroid Prime trilogy, as well as their original GameCube counterparts. I have yet to play them through, so I definitely need to. So these are the guys we have to find. We have to find all of the people that are. This guy right here. He's in this kind of amber color stuff. This is the guy we have to, we have to find people that are frozen in this kind of crystal. And if we don't find all of them, we get the bad ending automatically. I replayed Metroid Prime. Oh, I'm sorry, reread that. I saw something. Good job.
Ah, you have saved me.
He looks so happy. But that's another piece. Like, look at the paint. This, I believe, it's the same artist that did. I don't know if this. I think it's the same artist that did Symphony. And like, just the painting of the guy there is a really good painting. You know what? I don't think I know. This guy just sounds like Ronald Reagan. That man, he spirited away the other 12 and then imprisoned me. This is the hint that you have 12 other people to find. 13 total. But the Lord must have sent you to our aid. Please deliver the others and tell Nancy I'll be home in time for tea. Yep, I double posted. No, I didn't. I didn't think. I think I just read it twice. I'm sorry. Good artwork and stuff for such a game. It's so good. It's such a good. The music is great too. I mean, this is music from the composer, like I said, that's been involved since the beginning. So, and she's just, her talent has evolved so much, even though she was already immensely talented when she joined back in the late 80s. If I'm not mistaken, he said something about the prison island. The prison island also has some of the creepier villains, like if you get caught by the spotlight, pretty creepy. Long ago, criminals were banished to that forsaken place. Some say their souls still wander the island, which is forever cursed. It's just, well, I need to find this cursed place. You can get there through these very woods. Please, you must save them. We got a sewer system thing that kind of runs there too, you know? Kind of a Shawshank Redemption kind of setup we got going. Not pleasant, but it'll get you there. This is just art. Okay. I'm gonna go and open all the village chests, because in order for me to have saved you, I need... And the cool thing about this is another double-phased thing, is not only saving the people give you the good ending. You have to save all 13, which is including Nikolai there. But you also have, as you save the people, they become functioning members of this town. So you might rescue the blacksmith and the seamstress, and you can actually get them to make you for the potion maker. And they'll actually become a functioning shop for you for those things. They'll make you potions. There's a bard, you know, for example, and you'll get different BGMs from him that you can play. The smith here, for example, is your shop. If you get a potion maker, then they'll say, well, I need you to bring me these ingredients. And so as you're going out and you're fighting, you get all the ingredients, do your collection, and then you come back and they will build you this like maximum HP up potion or whatever the potion might be in that case. It's a very, very awesome system. And again, this, in my opinion, is the best of the DS trilogy. I really, really would urge, if I had any voice, which I don't in those types of matters, but I wish I did. But if I had, I would really urge Konami to make a Switch or Xbox or PlayStation, the whole thing, a trilogy with these games, the DS games on. Because these are, right now, they're kind of expensive to get a hold of, especially all three. I mean, you can get the cartridges loose. Again, Etsy, I think, had one. It was like $30 for all three, $10 or whatever. Yeah, snatch that deal up. But this game alone, in the case that I have it, is like $100 and something. And back when I bought it, it was like $39. So I think even the link that I put down there, which is an eBay listing, is coming from someone that I trust, but it's also super. I think it's like $100, $200 and something. Like, I have that sword too. Everybody, I also noticed a thing, and I think I mean I do it. Everybody does it. Is the skeletons? Everybody gives them the Skeletor voice. What is it? Whatever his name, Oppenheimer, who did Skeletor. These things are frustrating. Let me go. Let me go. Quit it. Okay. Une. And I was gonna say downloading, but accepting glyphs or taking glyphs in. That's a skeleton of him. Yeah, it is. I think everybody, like I said, everybody does a Skeletor voice when it comes to skeletons, but I still think it's probably the most fitting. I think it's such and such Oppenheimer. I can't exactly remember his name, but I believe it's Oppenheimer who did Skeletor's voice. So, and I love it. So, forgive me for being a little cliche there. Let me take my glove. I'm pretty sure the hammer is slower, but does more damage. Taking my extra attack just to be safe. Yeah, it's slower, but it does more damage. But I can. Okay. But I bet it'll work real well against you. Because it's an overhead. Uh-oh. The answer is it did. Oh, son of a gun. It didn't do famously. Let go! Let go! Jeez. A lot of these, oh, it's a necromancer. Well, one of the things you can do with these, hold on. Go ahead. You can actually siphon his, you can actually siphon their glyphs. Fidelis Carriers. I need to take him out, but you can actually take it. Those floating things. Which floating thing? The octopi things? Those things? Dang it. Oh, you better knock it off. The nominons there, they're basically little mini not very good Cthulhus that just pick you up and acidify your body and bones. If you're talking about the little triangle things, those are glyphs. Those little floating things, those are glyphs. Yeah, they seem annoying. Okay, yeah, those the nominons. Yeah, they suck. You're talking about the glyphs. The glyphs are the kind of way we get our powers and such. Yeah, these things I hate. Oh, no. But he's not going to grab me until he does this little thing. I have time. That. Yeah, they're really... they're not the most frustrating, but they are frustrating. I'll have to see if I can find what the most frustrating enemy in this is. It could be them. They're definitely a contender for the most frustrating, for sure. They're not... if they're not the most... they're in the top 3, maybe even top 2. They may even be the second most if they're not. Bats are pretty frustrating, though, to be fair. Equip. Haven't put in any clothes. I should go ahead and put on... I don't have any rings. Okay, cool. That's not gonna really up my armor all that much, but I'll get a little bit. Dang it. There we go. Those guys have been around forever and a day, and I still haven't learned to... Uh-oh. No. Nope, we're running. Nope. Nope. Running. And to those of you who think I just threaded the needle, you're right. I wish I could say that was absolutely the intention. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I gotta be quick to get out of here. I need health real bad, and I don't want to die here. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I'll go back to Wygol, but still. Stupid Une. Dang it. Unes actually do way more damage than they should. The whole purpose of the Une, too, is to put... dang it. The whole purpose of the Une is to prevent you from running through. But, yeah. You get this beautiful dragon thing. That's okay. We'll go back. I didn't get a ton of glyphs. I got the hammer glyph, which you get anyway, and then I also know that there are I got the hammer glyph, which you get anyway, and then I also got the necromancer glyph, which I will also get anyway. So put stuff on right now. Go ahead and go through the woods. Some of the entire, like, this is one of the transitionary areas, and these can be some of the most tough places to be in the game. Prison Island's pretty rough, to be honest. It's not super rough, but it's decent. And then also you might be seeing there's certain times where I will absorb a glyph twice, and if you're curious as to why I'm doing it, it's because you get hearts whenever you do it too. Dang it. Here's my hammer glyph. Alright. Randomly. That'll do. Yeah, but anyway, I want, no. I want, I should have used, I have a potion, don't I? Use item? Do I have a potion? I should have just done that. I wasn't even thinking. Good lord. I love... No! You don't take my stuff unless I tell you to. Okay, there he goes. You get a, like I said, I really want Konami to DS Trilogy. And then whatever the bonus game is whatever the bonus game is. I don't really care what the bonus game is on that. I just want them to put this and Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin out. In a collection. I'm curious as to what I would like the bonus game to be. So if I knew they were going to do 4 games, they were like, no, we got to do a 4th game. I don't know if I know what I'd want it to be. They've already done... Oh, son of a gun. They've already done Bloodlines and all of those kind of big Dracula X. Rondo is already... They did Dracula X on the other one. They didn't put Rondo out, but the thing about the Rondo games, you can actually own you can own a majority of the games by owning the 2 collections and then the PlayStation 4 collection, which actually has Symphony of the Night and Rondo. Not Dracula X, Rondo of Blood. Which is really cool. So... so I'm trying to think of what I would want. A lot of people, I think when I was talking about this, somebody said like Castlevania Chronicles, maybe? That would be okay. I mean, it's just a retelling of, it's a really good one, but it's just a retelling of the first story, the first game again, which is kind of what 4 was too, so. Son of a gun, I thought he was going to do it. But I don't know what game I'd want it to be. Alright, let's see. Did that give me no more? Yeah, it's just, this is straight across the board. Oh, I didn't mean to change it to both of them. Dang it. Okay, so let's do sword for here. And the hammer still's a good idea. Remember, I have potion. But yeah, I think that Chronicles wouldn't be a bad one. I want to do a series, and it won't be a live one. It'll be like an edited one and all that good stuff. If I can do it, I'd like to do one of, and I'll tell you what I'm going to call it right off the bat. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for people that love Castlevania and know it, but it's going to be in defense of Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, which I believe to be I don't believe it to be a stellar game, but I believe it to be a good game with an interesting perspective. and I really want to make a video on that. And that's probably going to polarize a lot of people. But I remember when the game came out, it was 2014, I'm pretty darn sure, and I was super excited to play it. I'd been waiting for a couple of years to play it. I had gotten the first Castlevania when it came out in 2010, so... And I was super excited for 2 to come out. I'd seen the trailer, and the trailer was great, and again, not everything was perfect, obviously. I don't think it's a perfect game by any stretch, but everybody, like, it was given it, like, 4s. Game Informer magazine, I believe, gave it like a 4, and the guy was like, "Oh, I can't get past this part. It took me 4 hours, therefore it's a bad game." And then so I dreaded that part. One of the guys that worked for me, same thing. He's like, "No, I tried it. It's really bad. I can't. It took me 2 hours." I tried this same thing, and it took me 7 minutes, I think, to get through the whole thing. And it's just like, you just got to use the tools you have. Not that big a deal, but I guess it was. I might just leave the stream on now because I'm tired. Good to chat. I hope to see you again soon. Be well. You too, Viddy. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. I mean, if you do get to leave it and lurk, then great. And if not, that's okay too. I mean, whatever's comfortable for you. If this is something soothing to sleep to. I say soothing to sleep to. I don't know what time it is over there, actually. It's like, what time is it? It's almost 6 o'clock over here. PM. And tomorrow is our daylight savings, so whatever time I go to bed, I get nearly 11 a.m. actually. Oh, nice. Okay. It's almost 6 p.m. here. It's 10 to 6 here. And then daylight savings time. So tomorrow morning rather, it will be 2 a.m. twice. It'll be 2 a.m. at 2 in the morning, and then it'll be 2 a.m. again at 3 in the morning, and then it'll be 3 a.m. at 4, and so on and so forth. And it's one of my favorite things is that it happened. If it's going to happen on a Sunday, which luckily I get to make my own hours. So if I accidentally just, like, something happened and I accidentally didn't just wake up, I'd call in and be like, "Hey, when I wake up on time, I'm going to take the day off or take a half a day or whatever." Like, I can just be very fortunate in that regard. I do know that I don't want to go underwater yet. I know it's a thing I can do or will be able to do, but I don't want to. But yeah, so like it's gonna be probably one of the more restful nights I'm gonna get for a little bit, and that's for a work. Good lord. Okay, come on. High tonic. Meat. There's just 29 health points. What are the odds of that? And I can also take your ticket to a brand new echelon of stomach problems. Oh, I'm not gonna eat that. Authentic Pennsylvania. What does it do? Can't use coffee? I'll eat the meat. One-way pass return to the village immediately. Okay. Well, that wouldn't do me any good, though. I guess technically it would do okay. Well, come on, Vanilla.
Thanks.
Glad you saved me. My name's Jacob. Everyone else is dead. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go back to the village. You saved me, thanks. I'm Jacob at a general store in Weigel Village. And on that note, I should probably get back to it. But listen, I might have some things you can use. Come by the shop and we'll do business. So I now have 11 to go. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Those magical tickets come in handy because now that I've unlocked this part of the map, or this map rather, I can actually fast travel back to the village, save my game, and still, no. I can actually go to the village, save and refresh my health, and it's not, instead of doing the forest again and then this, I can actually just skip straight to this. So they're actually pretty helpful. This is like the mermen or some of the. That's another one of the more like top annoying. Are mermen. Mermen have been annoying for a long time though. The mermen have been Like probably ever since the first Castlevania game, the mermen have been a thorn in my side. We made it to the prison island. Minaria Prison Island. The music of this is so good. Oh, shoot. Okay. I don't remember what boss fight this is. Dracula, maybe? No, it's not. It's not. It's the demon head. No, it's not. It's a giant skeleton. Okay. Well, fine. So normally when you get caught, the giant skeleton won't be the thing you fight. Eh. Whoop. I wonder, does the hammer do more damage to him? Yep. I was gonna say that could either be the best place or the worst. Oh, son of a gun! I was gonna say that could either have been the best place or the worst place to be. But it's not too bad. We'll jump back in. This is not a deathless run. As I said, I am familiar with this game, the story, the concepts, all that good stuff. I do not remember the ins and outs of this game from the gameplay perspective, so that's just the truth. So if you are disappointed in my gameplay, I apologize, but I am playing this story-wise, not blind, but gameplay-wise, fairly blind. I remember elements of it, but I don't remember enough of those elements to, like, be good. This is the best way I know how to say that. I don't know enough of the elements of it to be good. I'm trying. I hope it's good. The water actually looks pretty good, too. So what I could actually do, you know what I'm going to do? Just because it doesn't make sense to go down that's the Caladius channel, which it will be important to go to. I'm going to go all the way back to Wygol Village. Dang it. Wygol Village. And I'm going to visit the general store. I don't remember where the general store is. I guess I'll figure it out. Oh, there's a cat. Is that the cat I rescued? I think the cats that I rescue will eventually also start to, like, populate here. And I don't think there's any benefit to that except for... Oh, here he is.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm back in business thanks to you. My inventory is a little backlogged right now, but have a look around. Hey, thank you. I'd give you things for free if I could, but you know how business is these days. Nikolai's not buying stuff, you know.
Hey, want to buy something?
Want to buy something? Then maybe. What do you have? You have a meat. You have one meat. And you have a magical tape. Are these things I have? You have a babushka? A leather cuirass? And Cossack boots? What do they do? Okay. That's handy. I probably want that. That's decent. I have plenty of magic. Probably. So here's what I want. I definitely want the leather cuirass. I would like to have the Cossack as well. And then I'm going to buy the meat. No, you know what? I want the babushka. And then now I can still afford it.
Come back again.
You're a wealthy man because I just spent $1,000. I spent a couple $1,000 there, I think. I wasn't paying attention. I just realized I had enough. High tonic. I've got a meat in there that I can do. And then I can go to equip, and I can go ahead and change this for the babushka. I can actually change this for cuirass. I can change these for Cossack boots. And I now have a hardy, 14 defense? Okay, cool. And let me go ahead and let me sell you something.
Welcome.
I'm not gonna wear it again.
Hey, want to buy something?
You can't have my hat. You can have my cotton hat, which is not gonna give me a lot, but I don't need it. You cannot have the leather. By the way, you sold me that for 800 and you're buying it for a fourth. third is customary, good sir. You can also have the hand. And that's about all I'm going to give you. But you want to buy the meat? Wait, hold on. Oh, buy the meat back for 72. Okay, that's fine.
Come back again.
No, you're good. Thank you. You're good. He said come back again. I'm not paying attention at all. And to the stuff. I'm trying to like calculate in my head. It's min max. Here we go. I have a 14 now. Congratulations. What are my chances? Leroy Jenkins. Okay, here we go. It's not that hard. I'm just being a doofus. Some of the fight, so there's a fight in here. I do remember called Dracula, which I believe is a play off of the way that you would say Dracula in Japanese, which is Dorakura. That's how you say it. So we say Dracula, it would be said Dorakura in Japanese, so Dracula. And I think that's why Dracula is in there, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm missing the joke. There's so much damage. Just hit that foot for a while. Dang it! I was hoping to kind of be in that like. Oh man, that shouldn't have worked, but it did. Oh, that's not something I thought about. He does so much damage. It's so insane. He does so much damage. I need to switch that to my main attack, though. I'm not comfortable hitting the Y button, clearly. So, or the X button, rather. So, but I did all my shopping and all that, so I was pretty good about that. This is not the hardest game out there for the DS either. Well, I don't want to say that. This might be the most difficult one for me. The easiest one, I do know for a fact, the easiest one for me is Dawn of Sorrow. You can really just min-max the heck out of it. Let's see if I can. Let's do this. Let's do glyph, and let's do this as the hammer glyph. And this one, I'm gonna take it. I did that. What if I just double hammer and then because I can also use my special. I wish you didn't just have to get caught. That'd be nice too. But I bet I can maybe use my special hammer bind attack and then try that out. We'll see what happens. My special one, which is gigantic. Takes a lot of. Dang it. That kick. Stay down here like this, you won't hit me. You did hit me. Oh, no, I can't get past you. Dang it. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. Dang. He's a lot tougher than he needs to be. Oh, I backed out. Dang it. I gotta say, this game plays fantastically, considering the method I'm using. Have to use in order to broadcast. It was something I was a little worried about. I'm not using a computer just to throw. I'm not using computer emulation or anything like that. I don't like. Here's the thing. Emulation not being the main topic, but forms of it. I don't like the computer to be my. I don't like the PC. I don't like PC emulation because I don't like the controllers that. I didn't change my glyph. I don't like the controllers that the PC hooks up to. And yes, you can technically buy. What is it? I guess I could do that. Dang it. Okay. This time I knew what he was doing, so I can still hit him on the back end. And then he's going to bend over backwards, literally. I'm going to try to get on the other side of him before he gets too dangerous. Because these are way easier to dodge than the backwards attack. They did that on purpose. Like, you know they made it. They're like, oh, people are going to think they can get behind him and cheese the system. They can't. You going to do that kick? Yep. Yep, he did. Oh, dang it. Okay. I think I have a plan. I think I have a plan of attack. I think I have a plan of attack. There we go. I sent a message back, so sorry. Beep. Over here. All right, let's try again. I think I have a strategy, and I'm gonna try to keep this close to the. I'm gonna try to keep this close to reasonable. We'll find an appropriate stopping point. I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this again, so I hope you guys are having fun watching my struggles. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorite Castlevania games on the newer end. I really like it. But it's not one that I've played in a long time. So the intention is not to like put myself through as an expert. It's also not to be like, oh, you guys are like, oh man, he sucks so bad, I don't want to watch him. I mean, obviously, I don't. It's not even about whether you watch me or not. It's, are you having fun watching what I'm doing? If not, then obviously I want to change that so you guys are having fun. The whole point of this is for people to get together and have fun. Yeah, I gotta remember to change freaking glyphs. Uh-oh. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Nope. Wasn't paying attention. I don't know where his hitbox is on that. Get a couple free hits here, and then I'm going to run all the way over here because he's super fast. I didn't get any free hits. Right after saying free hits, I immediately swung for air. And then I can just play that same pattern, basically, but being better at it. I don't know the punch pattern, or the punch. Okay, it doesn't work that way. And he's going to jump again, and I'm just going to do that. I'm going to eat meat, but I don't think it's going to help me all that much. Use it. Oh, I can actually use my iPad. I don't need it. Coffee. I can't use coffee. Don't know what that does. Maybe it's magic points. Yes, and I have milk. 2% to be exact. Nope, that's okay. So that's clearly going with coffee. All right, let's see. Time to turn over. Doing his thing. Back over. And we're just going to use the bigot. I'm going to use the bigot. And then I'm going to high tonic my way back. Ah, shoot. Wait, no, my high... Wait. Magic points are fine. It's my hearts that are... Okay, well, that doesn't... Dang. I don't have a good grasp on his hitbox. I'll give it another shot. I'm gonna try to get. He may be where I punctuate the episode, right? He might passing him and getting the next save point. That might be the punctuation for the episode. We'll see how that works. What do I have? Glyph unions, lizard tail. What is that? Oh, that's slide. Can I actually turn those off? What would be the benefit of turning off? I mean, I guess making things harder, but that seems... Book of Spirits is the only one that I'm like, okay, maybe you don't want to see the name of the enemy. But I think that's a cool feature. But who knows? Alright, so glyphs again. Massir. Let's try this one more time. That's a fast travel station. It's not even a save station. So it's good that I did what I did and went back and saved, but at the same time, like, it would have been nice to just put a safe place there, but I also get why they didn't, just because it's the boss fight right at the beginning. So, okay, I'm already behind him, so I might as well just... I wish I weren't behind him. Oh, he did the jump anyway? Okay. Let's wait here then. Nope, that's not where I wanted to be. He's so fast when it... Uh-oh. Jeez. That's not even a thing I knew he could do. He just picked me up and gut punched me to death. That was actually what he did. Good lord, that's not even a thing I thought he could do. He's brutal. Okay, hold on. I think that's really the most powerful glyph I have. Glyph that incapacitates opponents. All torpor. How does this? Well, I got a good feeling this isn't going to work for him, but I'm going to try it anyway. I mean, I doubt it works on the boss, but we're going to try it because it looked cool. A little amber. Alright. Yeah, when you move forward, I think after this, it's going to, like, if you get caught in the spotlight, it invokes the demon head. It's not even the skeleton. It's like... That definitely hurt him. That does virtually nothing. Okay, so we're not doing that. We'll do the hammer. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. No, I'm not gonna let you do that punch me to death thing again. That was bad. You're gonna kick me though, I know that. Nope. That is now easily one of the scariest moves. Oh, I still have my big hammer move I can use too. What the heck was that? I think he was doing like a whirlwind thing. Hold on, I'm gonna eat some meat real quick. Use item. I'm hungry. Thank you. Yes. Nope. And then we're okay. Good lord, how much health does he have? I'll never know. Except for I will at the end, but like I don't know right now. Dang it. The fighting can be very pattern-based, but I just don't have a great grasp on his hitbox. That's gonna kill me. I don't have a great grasp on what his hitbox looks like exactly. I mean, I'm sure it's probably fairly precise. This game is only like 12, 13 years old, but like, goodness sakes. I am not getting the pattern right or something. I mean, that's got to be the weapon. I haven't saved the blacksmith yet, so there's just no way. Boop, 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 beep. I'll give myself a couple more tries. If I don't do it, then I'll leave off here. This was mostly a test, but I actually am having a lot of fun. So if people do end up watching this and thinking that, hey, it's cool, you know, I want to watch more, I'll happily play more of this. I haven't, but at this point in time, it's gotten to be, you know, a really good test that makes me incredibly happy. He's got some wind up to him, so that there's like but the problem with it is that I've got delay on me. So when I swing the hammer, I actually have some delay where I can't move from it. And so like right here, see, like right there when he came back, I have no idea what exactly. Wait, was it a shin that hit me? Like did I get tibia'd, or did I get actually kicked, or what was going on there? Like, I feel like this is the move for what you're coming up on this, because I don't think I have that pattern down at all. Clearly that's not. I also don't know his range, like, and that's my fault, but and he does so much damage. It's just tricky. Gotta make sure when he bends backwards, I don't get caught by that, because that's. Can I eat while I'm up there in midair? I'm gonna do that. Might as well. Shoot. No, I was having so much trouble navigating the menu, but okay. Nope. See, like, I thought I was out of range. Nope, I'm dead. He's gonna gut punch me to death. He punches you 4 times at 18 damage each time for the current armor set that I have. That is insanity. I know it's pattern. I know it's pattern based. It's just I can't get this pattern. Okay, I get his pattern. I don't have the distance. Should I be attacking with a longer weapon that does less damage? Probably. But I don't really have very many that do that. They're a little bit faster, I guess, but the sword weapon's actually about as a smidge shorter than this one. I think it's about the same. I think it's a little bit faster, but it does less damage and it's shorter. I need as much range as I could get. I could use a Belmont whip right now. This is the time where a Belmont whip would be super handy. But there are no Belmonts right now. Or there are, but I don't know where they are. Somebody that we don't know where they are. We're Ecclesia, right? I do like the fact that his foot is like you don't just have to hit him in the rib. I think that's. Oh, I think I have space. Oh, grammar failed me there. Sorry. I think I still have space. Okay, so if I do this right. Didn't. Should be able to just jump. He's gonna dive anyway. And I'll get 45. Oh, nope, I didn't. Go ahead and eat the meat just because it does, like, I'm not wasting any of the points. I know I'm gonna need it, so. Okay, the move for the first one is definitely just use the long hammer on him because he can't reach you and I can hit him. Like that, and then he'll come over and he'll do his little icky thing. There's no defense when you're there. Get another 15 on him, and then I'll come way over here. I'll play conservative here. And I'll just let him do all the punches that he wants. I'm not real. I'm gonna play it real. I'll slow play this one because those punches. It's the grab. It's not even the punches. It's the grab. When he does that grab, it sucks. The kick does a lot of damage too, but at least it's decently possible to get away from. This is the most cycles I've gotten through so far, so this will do. I mean, it's fine. Punch, and I can't hit him. And he'll do another punch. Got him there. And he'll do a kick. I can't get out of this kick range. Oh, I did. Okay, that's... So you need to be, like, close to the back of the shin, I guess. We're on cycle 4, but I've got 14 health, so literally one or more of those kicks will kill me. Dang it. If I can time that right, I can hit the edge of his fist. Like that. There we go. I don't know. I should not be proud of that. That's, yeah, that's just... Ah. There's got to be an easier way to do it. Not an easier way. I don't care if it's easier. I just want it to be like there's got to be a better, like a more optimized way. All right. It's a mistranslated definition, but they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's actually science. That's the nature of a hypothesis. Is you predict something is going to happen and you test it a billion times, and then not really that many times, but you test it thousands of times. See if something different happens. How we learn how side effects. Give a whole bunch of people medicine a whole bunch of times, and some of them are going to have side effects. Same medicine, same type of people. same profile. Something's different somewhere, but it's otherwise the same on the surface level. The punch also slides so far forward. Okay, so this is the first bit is good because we get 45 points of damage on him quick, and then I can actually come over here. I'm too close to him. He's gonna get me. Yep. But I can do this. Oh, he can still hit me in the air? I thought I became invulnerable for that time. That's not fair. Because the last time I did it, like, I was able to skim by him, and it was like, oh, nope, no collision article here. Apparently that went out the window. Big hammer. Big hammer. Oh, I wasted a big hammer. That's okay. This thing will keep the crud out of his arsenal. Just give him some really sore feet. Uh-oh. God dang it. I need to jump quicker. Clearly. Something. Okay. This is maybe a little far out, but I think I'm good. Yeah. I'm going to launch myself way ahead of him because I didn't think at first. I thought when I was launched, because that first one, I thought I couldn't be hurt, but apparently that's not right. So I'm gonna. Come on. I still got me. Dang it. There's no way to get out when he gets that close. It's just a framing thing. All right, one more time. I'm doing one more. Pass or fail. This is the end of it for today. But if anyone is interested in seeing more of this at some point in time, let me know, because I really am having fun playing this, even if it's a bit tedious at some parts here. I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this. So yeah, just let me know. Let me know what you think. And if this is one of the ones you like the most. Also, I'm curious. We've got a couple of series going right now. We've got Borderlands, we've got Jedi, we've got this. Let me know what series you guys think are cool, because I want to make it so that it's fun for everybody to come and talk. I get it. A lot of us talk about, oh, it's fun to talk, and it definitely is, but it's also easier to stay in the talk if you're enjoying what you're seeing or listening to. I get that too. Like, it's like a room with unpleasant lighting. Like, you might have a whole bunch of friends, but are you going to sit in a room that's blindingly, like, that's lit to like 5,000 Kelvin, 400 watts all over the place? Well, you're probably not. You're probably not gonna. Probably gonna be like, let's go to a different room, right? We can hang out somewhere else. Same thing here. Like, you know, I want it to be. I want to set the appropriate mood. So, if it's if this is one of those that you're like, oh, this is really fun, I can tips and tricks and we can talk. Or if this is one where you're like, you know, just. I like most of the guys I watch to be good at the games. I'm like, yeah, okay. Oh, no. Oh, he clipped through me. I'm too close, but oh, it's okay. I don't care. Uh-oh. I hit the wrong button. Well, now you can see, I mean, I said it, but now you can see what I'm using to play it. I'm using a Wii U. I'm using the virtual console of a Wii U, which this game, if you're familiar, did not come out on the virtual console. That is because I am using the Wii U's native DS emulation that they launched late in its life, to play this game so that it can be captured. Not because I don't have it. Okay, again, I really get frustrated. I have this game. Those bots were the ones that were frustrated. I have this game. I own this game. I've played this game for a long time. Not well, clearly, but... And... Dang it. Okay, well, I said pass or fail. This was it. Although I felt I did pretty good on that one. I'm going to call this one for here. We're somewhere just about the 2 hour 10 mark. We cut it'll be about 2.25 hours. But I had a lot of fun playing this. I am playing it again on a Wii U that I've modified the native emulator that Nintendo had put out for DS games. I modified it to play the DS games so I could broadcast it. That's the only purpose really for doing it, is so that I could broadcast it. I could literally have gone and hard modified my Nintendo 3DS XL and put a little HDMI jack in it if I wanted to, and that would have been fine. But I opted instead to do a non-permanent soft modification, wherein the native DS emulator that was built into the Wii U, or that was brought into the Wii U in its life cycle to play DS games that you got from the Wii U eShop, would actually just play this for me. So I'm playing Nintendo stuff on Nintendo stuff without ruining permanently Nintendo stuff. I thought this was going to be, if I had to make a modification to make this happen, instead of having my console hard modded, I would soft mod one myself. And I think it's worked out really well. And it's actually very fun and incredibly comfortable to play, and super, super nice. And you get all of the same things. You get all the same, like, it says original manual. I don't think it's going to have. I want to see. I'm curious. I want to see if it pops up. So right now you're seeing the screen is cropped for you guys because I'll move it. Oh, it shows a manual for WarioWare Touched. Well, okay. That is not the game, but okay. I might have to see if I can fix it so it actually has the correct manual in there. That's interesting, though. But anyway, point being, I can actually create restore points and all that kind of good stuff, and I get all the neat. I'll move it over and I'll show you real quick. This is really neat. For the HD, I actually get the whole thing here. I get the screen settings, and I can actually change it so that it looks whatever way is most comfortable, like this. Change it to whatever. I have it on this. But yeah, you guys can actually see this is what it really looks like. But I made the setup, the layout, so you guys, it would be comfortable for you guys. And I think the big black void there is kind of off-putting. So then instead, I say, okay, well, let's do a Nintendo DS screen just like that, and we have our nice little, nice and designed screen. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and scoot everything over to the ending screen for now, if I can. We'll just go. I don't do this often in portraits. Let me do it in landscape for just a second to the ending. And we'll get some nice music, just kind of nice and light. Sorry, it was a little heavier than I intended it to be. And what I want to say is, thank you guys. Thanks to everybody that came in and talked with me. Gaming videos. Goodness sakes. Thumb, thanks for stopping in. It's always great to get to talk with you. And I know we haven't gotten to talk in a little bit, and we haven't got to talk for long, so it's really nice to get to. And then of course I have to make sure I say this right in the order, because there's a lot of words in there, and there's a name and a number. So. But the Retro Gamer Levon 27. I want to say thank you guys to all of you for stopping in, saying hi, having conversations with me, talking, choosing to spend some time with me on your Sunday evening, or whatever time it might be. I think for Viddy, I think it's already Monday morning. So, but for me, it's a Sunday evening. And yeah, I want to say super, super big thank yous to all you guys who came and checked everything out. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot. I would consider this to be a test well done. What I also want to say, of course, is what I've already said, but I want to go ahead and put it out there. This is a game series that I really enjoy, and I like Castlevania, but I really like this Castlevania game, even though I'm not the top, tip-top player at it. Clearly, it's that's kind of the nature of Castlevania is. They are hard games, and they are going to take some muscling through and some organization and such. And Order of Ecclesia is no exception. In fact, I would argue it may even follow the rule too well. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just making excuses for myself. But either which way, if this is a series that you really like, if you happen to like the Order of Ecclesia game and you like the music and all that kind of good stuff, it makes it easy to just kind of hang out and watch and listen or whatever. Let me know. Like I said, the entire purpose of this is to create an environment that everybody can have fun and talk and share games with, but I also like to make sure that the content that I'm putting out are games, talks about games and such that people are actually interested in, or either that they are interested in currently, or that they find interesting that they may not have known about, something like that. So if I'm playing a game that you're just like, I have zero interest in this, I want to know it. I want to change the mood up to match what the people like. Um, and again, the analogy I gave is not everybody's going to sit in a plain white room that's hyperlit, blinding to the eye to talk to each other if they have the option to move into a cozier room next door. I'm not going to play a game that makes you that's not interesting to you if that's something that's a deal breaker. I want you to be in here and having fun and talking with the people, and then if the game is just secondary and mood lighting, basically, I want it to be comfortable for you. So, but any which way, let me know what kinds of games are that. And in addition to that, let me know if there are series that we have going on that you'd like to see continued, that you're most interested in, or if there are games that I haven't even yet considered that you would like to see played, because I have a pretty decent collection, and odds are I probably can play the game. So I probably have the game around here to play. Pretty good odds of that. But yeah, just feedback, communication, things that I want to offer, and things that I'm happy to have critiqued. But yeah, anyway, if you're seeing this after the fact, thank you so much for seeing this after the fact. If you came in during, of course, like I said, thank you to all of you who came in during, and we'll catch you guys. Hopefully everything goes well. We'll catch you guys next week. If everything goes super well, we'll catch you next week, hopefully with Anna, because I would love that to happen. And I appreciate all the support for those of you who are a little bit more aware of things going on. I want to say thank you so much for that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, a great week, and we'll see you later.